Alright, says I'm live. Peachy, hi. My name's Cal. We're playing more video games, because that's what we do here. How you doing? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing great. My brain apparently doesn't work, and can't make words happen. So, welcome back to Valhalla. Our power didn't get cut, and so now we can focus. Didn't we have a boyfriend named Bill? Thank you very much for that observant thing to say for you. You're very helpful. News. Model Warrior Julianne returns this February. The classic magical girl show, Model Warrior Julianne, is coming back to public television this February after almost 2 decades of absence. Even though the show has been on every on-demand service for a while now, most of Glitch City's citizens need to think twice before subscribing to any non-essential service, especially the lower classes who have a limited number of internet purchases per year. That sounds like it would suck immensely. The show's return is certainly welcome. Today's parents will finally be able to share a piece of their childhood with their kids without risking dinner or breakfast. Is that a tear in your eye? No. It was established earlier that our character, Jill, has a very definite preference towards Model Warrior Julianne. It was a big part of her childhood. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. The Health Observatory has just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen to 80, an increase from the 65 cases reported last year. Nanomachine pollution was particularly strong this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they're intended for crowd control purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like these will become rare in the following years. Lilim receiving mysterious messages. Looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. This was mentioned earlier that Lilim were receiving mysterious messages. Joe Wren, anchor of our popular TV newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. White noise. Who are you? Are you really alive? Laughs. You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. White noise intensifies. End of transmission. Developing. Well, that's not helpful. Grand Slam Fighters. Is anyone into wrestling here? I became a huge fan of GSF recently. It's a really solid product IMO. Much better than the E. I wonder if that's not supposed to be WWE. Nice. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave importance to the mid-card. Are they still forcing 66 American Kid into the main event? Yep, he's gonna face Yosuke at the Dome show. Ugh. Why don't they push the great DK instead? He's much more talented than 6'6". Because American Kid actually moves merch, unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke. Who's hyped for the Women's Championship? Shocking nobody, I'm sure. That one should be the main event, not the turd we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good, but just watch some of his work in Japan. I'm enough of a wrestling mark to know that these are all things that wrestling marks say on a regular basis. Everyone tells me 66 was better in Japan, but all I see is locks and arm bars, nothing that impressive. Wrestling is fake. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Obvious. Alright, well. Amazing how I know all the words, and yet understand nothing. I also get that, don't worry. Why am I going to the shop? No, go back. Go to work. Wake up. Evening. Hi, Jill. How are you feeling? Gotta put on the wrestling. That's how I feel. I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs. You invited Titty Hacker, Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, and I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting. The more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Jukebox time! Time for a new song. I won't have a jukebox in all my other games. Let's do that one. I don't even know what it sounds like. Sounds like this. No. I'm okay with that. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? No. Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right. When you see a building filled with hobos, this should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell? I'll have a drink. What about you? A Brantini, please. Right. The girl asked for a Brantini. The little one freaks me out. Everybody seems to like Brantinis. Probably because they're branded. And so I'm just going to take the wild guess they're advertised a lot. Boo! Come on, hand. Work. Gosh, dang it. Here you are. Thanks. It's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your little friend is Essentia. Okay then, I get it. You're cosplaying too? Sure. Let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Yeek, Bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it, and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking about someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss. This is freaky. There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Ahem. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. The Lilum still freaks me out. You know. So, yeah. I don't know what's up with this Lilum. Here. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously, though, should you leave your friend outside like that? He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or the 1970s? 80s, I think. Oh, shit. Boss, Dee Dee, R&B. I'm coming! You see, Dee Dee's is a 1970s purist. He has tased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. He got tased! Oh god. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. They just have very weak tasers. It's not like anything bad will happen. He'll be confused for a couple minutes and that'll be that. You should go check on him, though. Right, thanks again for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform? I hope I'm not just overthinking it. More importantly, though, jeans under a skirt? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Dorothy. Oh, hi, honey. Oh, there she is again. I know that's happened multiple times. I wish she would just come out to the bloody TV and say hi. I'm a nice person. I serve people drinks. It's what I do. Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lilim just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, Sugar Rush. Yeah, that. Right. Has she told me about a drink that cheers her up? I certainly do not remember. Nobody's here to ask. But anyway, yeah, I don't bloody recall. Any of these bounce out to me as the thing that Dorothy likes to drink? No. Nope, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to do what's logical and serve her what she asked for, because I don't remember what the answer is. I'm terrible at playing video games. One Sugar Rush. Thanks. Seeing her down is so weird. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling anyone that. I did it because it was you who needed my help. The hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other clients that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So, from what Dana told me, someone close to you, like, died, right? Yeah. You want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me more about it? I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem, then. You were sad, and that was all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss, though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you really understand death? Sorta, kinda? Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So, our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death, and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously, though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieve self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? Good question, Dorothy. Counterpoint, fuck you. If I remember correctly, those were the only the distilled versions of the laws that some writer imagined 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all of his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. This is very obviously a metaphor, and it's kind of annoying. But I get the sentiment. I just would really like them to move on. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it to their favor. You're not wrong. You're very much not wrong, and I don't argue you for it, but please move on. Talk about body functions or something at this point. I'm ready for that. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject a bit, though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment's very comfy, you know? It's a tad small, though. Sorry about that. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell 4! It happened once. You'd be surprised how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A little kid that wanted to transcend. What? Movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Do you want anything else? Let's go with a blue fairy. Alright. A blue fairy for Dorothy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uno. And some of that. Agent mixes it. Maybe that was what she said always cheers her up. I don't remember. Here. Why do they call it a blue fairy? Is it because of the Pinocchio? I said that really wrong. I'm sorry. I believe it's based off of absinthe, which some call the green fairy. First versions of the drink were described as sweeter absinthe. Sadly, they had to fix the formula because people were turning green. Not blue? A bluish green. You seem to have cheered up a bit there. Yeah, talking to you always helps me get my mind off things. Hey, there's something I've wondered for a while now. What? What kind of friends do you have? I mean, are they in your same line of work? Or friends? Aside from you? Thank you. Well, there's Lawrence. That vending machine is a lot of fun to be with. Once you get past his quirkiness, that is. I've also met a lot of nice people working in the streets. From the top of my head, I can think about Nightingale, another Willem. He changed himself to have fur and more of a wolf-like face. That's not weird. He's also a pretty good pianist. He plays in a jazz band on the weekends. That is also very weird. Howling wolf, as it were. There's also Nadira, a drag queen and owner of a club I've been invited to a few times. She has an animal shelter on the side. I help her with it occasionally. Oh, there's also Sister Clementine, a nun from the orphanage. I go there sometimes and play with the kids. You have quite the life, Dorothy. Whoa, that's something I didn't expect to hear. I also almost got adopted once. I was flattered, but it was weird. Oh, and it turns out I already knew your boss. Some years ago, she what? What? I said too much. Client confidentiality and all that. Ahem. Well, enough tangents. Why were you gloomy in the first place? Gloomy? When you came in. I don't know if gloomy is the right word, but you were pretty quiet at the very least. And knowing how you normally are, it was pretty weird. Oh, don't worry about that. Just had one too many things going on in my mind. I wasn't gloomy or anything. More like distracted, really. Well, I think I'll go now. Thanks for lending me an ear, honey. My boss told you about the party tomorrow, right? Yep, I wouldn't dare miss that. Okay, then. Alrighty, then. See you tomorrow. That was probably the keen central point in which one goes down the Dorothy path of this visual novel. This is a very weird visual novel, in the fact that you basically have no dialogue choices, and so trying to make these decisions is really weird, because the only other visual novels I've played are Phoenix Wright and Hatoful Boyfriend, and those are very standard-ish novels. I'm sorry, I whacked my microphone. Anyway, it's very weird, because, like, I do things by making drinks. That's what I do. I think at best I'm on the road to getting like just the generic good ending, but none of the special endings. Thanks. And that's that. Boss, I'll be taking my break. Alright. What does Stella have to do with things? She's notable in a lot of the advertising for this game. And there she is, and there's Dana, and there's Dorothy, and there's someone else. It's now safe to keep playing. There's Say, there's Dorothy, and there's Stella. What do they have to do with things? I don't know. Certainly a mystery to me. I need to remember to buy more cigars. Back. Did I miss anything? Unless you count the worst PPV main event fight I've seen all year. Not really, no. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match. He must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Sai. Good evening, Jill. How are you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. It's just a normal way to respond to the question. I should say that when people ask me how I'm doing. How are you doing, Cal? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. This is what I'm gonna do from now on. Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. Ahem. How about your injuries? My bones are healing nicely. My wound's finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though. Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Buster? Stella doesn't want me to bring being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. Ah, I see. What can I get you? Something cold. Sure. Something cold. Beers are not cold. Let's see. Something that's good and on the rocks. None of these, probably. Mercury Blast. That's sour. Sweet, girly, and happy. Sure. Let's give her a sweet, girly, and happy drink. She's a sweet, girly, happy type. Say is. Say's a nice character. I like her. I think you'll like this one. Really? So sweet of you. Thanks. So Stella isn't with you today? She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that. Can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there's a next time at all. Don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun. Drink a couple of beers in our honor. Heh, I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like? They're really big. Lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food, though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Really? She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids even have started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party and she most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. Do you like parties, Jill? I don't mind them. They're just a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them. Ah, I see. I only go to parties that Stella's attending, because otherwise I'd just stand there without anything to say. That and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know? You're not? I'm a tattoo ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although, with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too, breezy, too? I feel like I'm wearing nothing. But I bet you'd look good in a dress, Jill. It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. We all have a complex, eh? I mean, even Stella has her own. That's hard to imagine. Oh, but she does have one. She distresses a lot about her bust size. I don't feel qualified to talk about this. Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes. Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before, and after she tucks them away, but I guess I've never cared enough to ask for the specifics. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those, drills? They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough, why not go through a reduction surgery? Because she also kind of likes having it that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmen is quite proud of her chest. This is awkward as all get out. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show, obviously. She says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess the breast reduction would feel like betraying her? Huh. I'm making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Not really. Been more self-conscious about my height. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no. It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. You're fine, don't worry. Thank you. She's fine. Just saying. Can I get you anything else? You have something non-alcoholic? I do. Give me a sec. Like beer. The least alcoholic of them all. A blue fairy without booze. That's what I have. Here. Thanks. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. Makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb. Everything sounds funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. Usually people like feeling numb because the numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food. Or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't really sound logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you feel stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked. Oh yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing? Hello, path diversions. We're going this way? Let's go this way. Nothing fancy, it'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple regulars. They'll be bringing food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it. Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella's throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, let me know, you hear? Sure. Hey, say. Yeah? What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the whole White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. Oh. But I'm alive. I learned something after that hell in Apollo Trusts. Life is not something you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's nice to know. Well, I gotta go. Hi, Jill. Good luck with the party. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Ah, hi, hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink, won't you? Alright. Something strong and probably manly. Manly? Gut punch. Bitter, manly, and strong. Peachy. Exactly what we want. And plenty of booze. So you can't be manly without lots of booze. Here you go. Yes, this'll do. So what brought you here? Nothing special, just working on a case and it's happened to be in the area. What kind of work? Tracking someone. Gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something? I am tracking that girl. Didn't you just get out of that job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money and, well, I couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder, though, there has to be more than that whole thing than just acting middleman to look for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? We're protected by BTC property laws, the walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone. Okay then, wait, soundproof walls? Why? Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. It'd be annoying without those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? Nope. He's some big name from Kanye-vania. Is that a place? Is that a real world? I want to live there. I would live in Kanye-vania. I would love my life in Kanye-vania. His blood apparently has some weird reaction to glitch shitty nano machines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nano machines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through another person's body and the other person's body until there's nothing left. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes that reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Uh-huh. Well, turns out the Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn a living here and hasn't been seen ever since. He could be lying, you know. Doubt it. Did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract. Tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. I see. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? Okay. Alright. Cobalt velvet for the detective man. Here you are. Oh, you actually did it. Were you expecting me to mess up so you wouldn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway, keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time? He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least deliver her a message. Could have been lying. Yes, people lie. You made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not being able to find your daughter. What it's like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing, or even if she's alright. You do? I have a daughter. She's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. Couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. Soon I was worried something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and list of contacts began to grow. I finally found her taking cover in some dumpster, unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I couldn't just say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So how's the search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to her from before the bake incident, though, she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down, or something else is happening. What'll you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says, and I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not like it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't have to stay so long in this business without picking up a couple tricks. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, I better go back to work before a trail goes cold. Please come again. Are you done? Yeah. Okay then. I want you here tomorrow at 8 p.m. No working beforehand. The bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best. We're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all of our things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. I see. Well, see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on. Wait down a bit and I'll go with you. Oh, sure. Thanks. I don't know why she's coming with us, but who am I to argue? Merry Mega Christmas. Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redman? What? Okay then. A party then? I'll bring you leftovers. Hey, news. Yuru Yuri is the best show this season. If you weren't a fan of Yuri, or Slice of Life shows already, and let me tell you, I am, then be prepared to join the Moe Church this season with the premiere of Yuru Yuri, one of the funniest shows I've seen in the recent years. The pals at the popular Danger U forum seem to be divided, however. This is such an obvious pandering. Remember when anime was about women doing womanly things and beating the shit out of each other? What is this trash? You girls are just haters who hate their lives. I'm going to marry Shina Sue. Wake me up inside. It's my reaction. Wanna watch it? Anime is for nerds. You're not wrong. You can watch YY every Friday on RSTV. Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? What? The ones without artificial intelligence, mind you? The King of the West, Kanye, from the western nation of Kanye-vania, has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. But is this a show of quirkiness from the wacky dictator problematic? Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever just do what they want, they don't give a shit. Mariana Zimmer, 35, told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you can just make them from scratch whenever they need, for your every needs? More as we investigate. So this is the world that happens after Kanye West wins the presidency in 2012, becomes a robot AI, and then founds his own nation of Kanye-vania. This will be an entertaining year or two. I will have read that one already. The messages suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster? Or just someone who discovered how to subvert public communications channels in Lilum? Either way, some reports indicate that Lilum behavior has been rather unusual as of late, although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago, when Lilum advancement was at a historic high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. What will happen? Will it happen again? Time will tell. Who knows? Anything on Danger U? Yeah, nothing. What does Kira Mickey have to say? Oh, Mega Christmas is here. I'm way too used to Christmas, but Mega Tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here, they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different, but considering they have the same dates, it's still pretty cool. Whoop, gotta go, time to sign some books. You do that, love. Still need that shirt. Go to work. Sunday, December 25th. Good evening. Jill, I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. You came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in uniforms too. Well, I can't really show up in casual clothing. I'm being monitored. What about the kilt you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. You people depress me. Well, everything's back in place back there. Ah, Alma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet her properly. Welcome to wait. Ha 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 ha! Man, if that's not a sign you need to ease up on work, I don't know what is. Shut up, it's become a reflex. Wait, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why aren't you saying anything to her? Ribbed sweaters get a free pass. Why? Silly question, never mind. Jamie came here earlier too. Dogs went with him to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to take it out of the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it here. I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks just like a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside it, press a button, and watch as it warms the food up, just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bauble, though really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. One wrong move and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. Oh. So you've brought infomercial stuff too. Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for gifts. Well. Dynamic entry! Finally, at least someone came after me. Is it weird that I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour? No, not at all. Oh, don't be like that. She's not making out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. You're taking her side now? Jealous? You wish. You don't need to fight for me. We're not. I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Ah, hello, Jill. Soldier! You're late! Hey, Jay. Hi, Red Sheba. See? That's how you greet people. You shut it. I'll go help I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong? She's not good with dogs. Oh. Alright, we're here so we can start. Yo, Anchorage! Alma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used those microwave wire things before. It's either warm nicely but slowly, or burn that bitch. So, how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. Oh, goody. There's no way this can go poorly. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in. Sure, I'll play. Sounds fun. As long as the moth stays away from me. That'll make time pass faster. I'll pass. You'll play. Oh, goody. It's an actual minigame involving Rad Sheba, most notably. I'm excited, aren't you? I'm sorry, I'm blocking a bit of Alma's face. You'll just have to survive for now. My apologies. Alright, then the rules are simple. If you get picked, you either pick Truth or Dare. Oh boy! After you finish, you get to pick somebody else. We go like that until the food's done. What about punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue the questions or challenges until the other person complies. That said, Jill! Yes! You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's so many options, and I want to hear from 4 out of 5 of these people. Basically not the dog. Talk to boss. Okay, boss. I picked dare. Dare? Suplex skill. Suplex skill. Suplex who? Sucker! Alright. Gillian Knut. Get on. Ow. Who? Truth or dare? Dare? I dare you to lift Jamie with one hand. You just wanted to ask me something, right? Okay then, truth. Did you or did you not have a brief stint as a bodyguard to a certain Madame Laverne 6 years ago? Huh? 6 years ago? I don't think so. I don't even know any Madame Laverne. Alright, that's one possibility off my list. Alright then, me! Pick me! You, the dog. Come on! Dare! I dare you! No, I'm the one that dares you. Bring it on! Roll. Sir, yes sir! You're not rolling. Sir, yes sir! Whatever, you did it. Woohoo! Brad Sheep was quite the character, let me tell you. Oh, picked Jill. We picked Truth. Are those things on your head your ears? My... eh? Your twin tails. Ah, no, they're not. Oh, I see. I wonder how long until the food is done. I think we'll leave Dorothy in abject suspense. I want to hear from Alma. Alright then, Alma. I'll pick Truth. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to your arms? Weirdly specific, Jill. Well, there was this one time when I got mugged on the street, so I kind of threw my hand at the thief to knock him out. Through? I think that's what you usually call a rocket punch? So you didn't throw it as much as it propelled itself towards the thief. Yup. And how is that embarrassing? It was just so cartoony. It was a bit embarrassing. It's a bit impractical, too. The hand has a startup time after reattachment. Yes, but why add such a function? Why wouldn't you add such a function? Well, because... Boss, don't tell me your arm can also... This hand of mine is awesome! My turn, then. I'll pick Lorenzo. Jillian. Casimiro. Truth or dare? Truth? How do you manage to keep that stubble of yours at the same length all the time? How do I... eh? I mean, no matter when I come here, whether it's at 3 AM or a weekday, or in the afternoon on Sunday, you always have a 3-day beard. It never gets any longer, but you also never shave. How the hell do you do that? Well, that's a good question, actually. Now that I think about it, I do shave, but, I use an electric razor and set it quite low, so you're not saying something, but whatever. Anyways, let's see. Hey, dog. Dare! Dare! Then play dead. Ah! There's not much time left. I want you to know. I always thought you were a fuckboy. Hey, man. Dog saw an opportunity and he took it. I respect that. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Hey, Jay, I dare you to bury me. Okay. I was joking! Joking! Don't bury me for reals. I'm alive! I'm getting hungry. Let's not torture Dorothy too much longer. Okay, then, Dorothy. Dare! Oh, boy. Well, thankfully, she's not eschewing the dare we are, so we're not gonna dare her to do anything really stupid. Here I just said that we weren't gonna do something stupid. Do something freaky. Like removing my head? Removing your... Because I can remove my head with no problem. Do you want me to remove my head? I'll pass. I'll take your word for it. Anyone want to see that? No. No, thank you. I do, but I'm not gonna be the party pooper here. Fine. I guess it's my turn now. Hey Dana, what do you pick? I'll pick truth. If you had to marry Honey or John, who would you pick? Probably Jill. Eh? I mean, she's cute, she's smart. And I kind of own Gil anyway, so it's kind of redundant. Speaking of Gil, truth or truth, fuckboy? Pick one for me. Well, where were you born? I don't really know. It's one of those things I can't remember or was never informed about. Strangely, I do remember an early childhood in the Arctic, of all places. The Arctic? Huh. Just huh? A bell? Food's ready. Finally. Let's go. You guys go ahead. I'll have a quick smoke outside. Careful. Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey. Ah, hello. A bit late for the hello, don't you think? Want one? You know I don't smoke. True. Are you leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated Mega Christmas yesterday. But I just got a message that Diana is making a ruckus, so I got to leave. Good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All of this has helped keep my mind off of things for a while. Is it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Katyusha, any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly in your mind. If you did tweak the circumstances, it's not that different than if one of you was going to war. I guess. Well, although the circumstances make me not want to, I've got to go. Careful out there. Oh yeah, you should take the chance and spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back! That image is different. I don't like images being different. That makes me worry. The moon? Someone blowing up the moon? This is a game about bartending. Why is the moon being exploded? This is scary and sad. Game, are you going to explain your moon blowing up sequence? At any time in the near future? No? Cut back to Jill at her apartment? Oh, that was the end of Chapter 2. Goodness, this game takes a while. Here I thought we were kind of nearing an end period, but what do I know? We have got a ways probably to go yet. It's fine. Rent is due on the 30th. Make sure I have $10,000 or I'll be evicted. She is going to have to tolerate... Well, 10,000 isn't that much. But I've only got 4 days to make it. Jeez. That's tight. Anyways. You've been using that hoodie a lot lately. Shut up. Street race at the Motor City District. District leaves 2 dead. The Motor City District is notorious for the number of illegal street races it sees every week, and dozens of injured drivers it leaves every year. This time it has been reported that 2 people died during a race on the Gate Highway, otherwise known as Death Lane. The transit police is currently investigating the deaths as well as the underground world of illegal street racing. We've had several suspects in regards to who is running this underworld, but nothing concrete as of yet. Chief of the Transit Police Department, J. Esposito, told the Augmented Eye. The death of these 2 youngsters will be the last, however. That's a promise. You wouldn't believe what happens in this cartoon. Cartoons are not for children. They're still largely colorful, but themes they touch on have become rather dark. In fact, every cartoon on air today has dark themes. It's come to the point where where innocent animated characters are no longer a thing. I suppose children are young adults from birth now? But enter Touch Fluffy Tale, a new show that aims to challenge the current trend. No deep lore, no obscure adult references, no stupid deep plots. Just fun with numbers and fluffy tales, said a TFT producer who asked to remain anonymous to avoid internet backlash. I don't want death threats for making a cartoon for actual kids. That's... yeah. They like to throw out just, like, shade and random stuff. For the 10th consecutive year, the GC Olympics returns to the emblematic Super Silver Thunderdome, this time with a representative from the elusive country of Kanye-vania. Prime Minister Quincy, who was in charge of the committee, told the Augmented Eye that it wasn't easy getting in touch with Kanye, and that we had to abide by some of his religious rules in order to see some of their best competitors come to the country. Kanye-vania's main religion, Kanyeism, prohibits the existence of nanomachines inside the body, and as such, competitors from said country had to perform specific treatments in order to repel the swarm. It's a temporary solution, but it will do the trick. Okay. Weird, but we'll take it. Don't mind me, I'm just screaming into the void. Model Warrior returns to TV. Anyone watching it? I don't even have a TV. So useless. Julianne is old and busted. I heard you were talking shit about my waifu, like I wouldn't find out. Is it gonna be censored? I don't think so. The show was rather tame, AFK. I'm going to marry Julianne. Oh man, I remember watching the show back when I was like 10. I think I discovered porn thanks to it. You will never discover Rule 34 for the first time again. Why keep trying? Never seen the show before. Is it any good or is it just a meme? It's a meme show. There's nothing outstanding. What about the sequels? Are those going to be broadcasted as well? The sequels are shit. Well then. Okay, let's see how much this thing she wants is. Alex figurine, 350. Yeah, we can get one. It's not very expensive. We're already 3/4 of the way there, or a quarter of the way there, so in theory we should be able to make it. We'll just not do any buying for the rest of the stuff. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Gil is in the back sorting ingredients shipments, and I've got things to do. The dog's in charge. Okay, bye. What? Wait, the dog what? Okay, first order, pet me. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge, and I want you to pet me. Good. Why is the dog in charge? I don't know this one songs either. Peachy. Sounds good, I like it. Hey Jay. Won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Won't. Will? You called? He said Will, not Gil. Ah. Who the hell is Will? Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. Do you need me to psych you up then? Shut up! Who, me or Will? Ah! You go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. You stand by. Only if you pet me. Go! The days of being a bartender. The fuck just happened? Well, on to be spirited today. Welcome to Virgilio? Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know. So it's all an act then. Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a Bleeding Jane? Sure. This is weird. He actually ordered something. Like, specific. How weird. But refreshing. I'm glad he did that, because it's very annoying when he doesn't. A Bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just the thing. So, tired of putting on an act. Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd rather not talk about it right now. Fair enough. What made you change your mind, though? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? That's a word that's been losing meaning lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yes. You do know how weird that sounds, right? It sounds weird? You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're there. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. Eh? I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself, but I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention. But then everyone just decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read, giving me yet another layer of enigma. Well, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thanks. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Something spicy. Well, I could give you another Bleeding Jane, but you just had one, so let's give you a Bloom Light. Ooh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. On the rocks and mixed. I'm down for that. What? What did I do wrong? Aged on the rocks and mixed. Obviously. There we go. Here. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be for other creatures. Do you like spicy things, bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. The neutral sense is actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with a passion. Do you like it? Lots. Not only in regards to painfully spicy things, but also mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and I thank you for that. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was too rude to you last time you came. Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even really your real name? It might be, it might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who hide their identities. Gil, Jamie, you. Did you say something? Just rambling. Pay me no mind. Now that I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came into the alley. Huh, again. Again? In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. You're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't mean just people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is a more active predator? I don't know. the troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling to myself so much. I don't mind it. Do you think I'm sort of a criminal, though? Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, you might just be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? On it. I wonder if any of those are, like, bitter and spicy or something. I'm not sure. Probably not. Do pile driver. There we go. Here. This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no I don't. Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat boomer the other day. What about her? Still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat boomer? No, that's not it. It's like the bandaged girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her. Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. You might be right. Well, I leave you for now, bartender. Thanks for everything. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. And here we are. Another mute person wandering into my bar. Anything I can get you? Gut punch. Okay. Look pained. Looks like he needs some booze. Let's give him some booze. Here. Oh, you got it right. So what's up now? A bit of holiday blues, you could say. So you celebrate Mega Christmas? Why wouldn't I? You looked more like a Festivus kind of guy. Why does everyone keep saying that? I get it. Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And you know, cheapskate. If you have something to say, say it. I'll refrain. Although now that I think about it, Holidays Blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. It's just a season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that turbo male guy. He started the yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the Ring. Turbo Male? That can't be his ring name. It is... Really? Such a tacky name was accepted? His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Tacky names were not a problem. I mean, I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular, and the stunt got out of control. And, of course, that's the part that everyone sings about. Santa became Mega Santa thanks to the Redmond family. Mega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday Mega Christmas. And then every company jumped on the bandwagon, and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Male? Yep. That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. The holiday is a joke, and you're telling me you don't want to celebrate Festivus? No, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they can only talk about how they're better because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat Nuke and think they're better than everyone else. I see. Anything else I can get you? Give me a fringe weaver, will you? Fringe Weaver. Exactly what people want when they want a lot of booze. Here. Right, thanks. So any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street? Shouldn't I be asking that? There's nothing new, really. Lynchings of the White Knights stopped, so there's that. Really? Something about the armor? I haven't gotten much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down a bit. That's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack emerged yet? All records of whatever happened there have been long deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now. I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went in there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow. Hey bartender, you okay? Sorry, I got distracted. There's not much to say, really. There's the odd silly rumor here and there. Like the vending machine's tasers malfunctioning and applying more strength, or that writer of the last rain in the world actually living here as a brain in the jar. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need. But you also hear crap like that. I see. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, bartender. Please come again. Okay then, Bo... No, wait, she's out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking a break. Let me know if someone comes in. Apparently, restocking takes forever. It was only the 14th day, apparently. Feels like longer. Feels like I've been playing this for a very long time. Apparently I haven't. I don't know. Things are pretty quiet outside. Chill! Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. You seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Okay. Beer. I want the directions to make a beer. Oh, don't age it. Just mix it. Here. Thanks. So how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out and my appetite is coming back. I hadn't realized just how much of the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. I suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I felt like I'd achieved a victory. Like I got a hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Oh, really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me time to think on the next course of action. A bit of advice. Don't go for BTC housing plans unless you actually absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service with a cut in pay and tips. I was gonna go for one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment, and instead of signing a BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. Still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them or something. Back in England they are. They have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Reality Newell holds the unspoken real estate monopoly, so BTC can't easily offer such promises. Oh. Realty Nua is a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations, but the truth is that Realty Nua has done little to no work in the past 10 years or so. Really? I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes, but in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. And they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear names so much, you expect something, I don't know, different? But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a sugar rush. Okay. Sugar rush. I feel like I've been serving a lot of those lately. It's basically a soda. Here you go. Yay! Actually, Jill, I came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really rough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention you helped me cool down, and your boss saved me. And, I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated, thanks. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. I always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. It did? You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as a cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do not mean the same, but nah, I don't try to put up an act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe you were putting on an act? And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright. Bubbly drinks. Oops. Give her a friend, Weaver. Here. Thanks. Hey, Jill, I'm going to need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in my life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. Jill, ice please. Right. Are you alright? Did you seek help? I know a couple people that can help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't worry, just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago, I read in the news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her in midair. Did you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey, Joe! Long time no see. Who are you? Really long time no see, seriously. Feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. I don't know what fucking voice to use anymore. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Anna's gonna be fucking Scottish. Apparently she has history with me. Makes her Scottish. Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. My TV's not working. What was that with your face? Question. Question. I have many questions. She's glitching. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know? Julian Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down. Don't fall for her taunts. How did she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray, or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that. She's reading my thoughts. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. Okay, that's fucking weird. Hard to not see him, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world's amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean that it's a liar that you're crazy. I mean, just look at Asmer. No, I'm pretty sure that that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. Ow, wow. Buggered up my finger. You acknowledged me. Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off. I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had to put up for those drinks. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats, after all. It's uncannily right. Not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me can see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. Are you okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You have to be the first person I've met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I, thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not what I... Whatever. That was weird. I wonder if that'll happen again. I guess that we'll have to find out next time that I play Valhalla, because I'm gonna save now. And there's my save. Been wonderful having you all. Gonna cut it off now. It's been an hour and a half-ish, so I think that's a pretty good length. Thank you all for watching. It's been a wonderful evening. I will see you again next time I stream something. Be sure to subscribe to the new channel, all that fun stuff. Have a wonderful rest of your night.